Hello, my name is Charles Ardinger, and I'll be working with you as your instructor in your forthcoming English 100 class. I'm making this short video presentation to introduce myself to you and to acquaint you with some aspects of the class that you should know about as we proceed. To begin with, my name again is Charles Ardinger. Hello. I've been working here at Coastline College since 2013 in the English department. I've started as a tutor, and I've become, over the course of time, an instructor. I consider myself an expert in the field of English grammar. I, in fact, love talking about English grammar, and, of course, answering questions about that subject. So if you have any questions of that kind, or of any kind at all, really, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me and ask them. I would really like to have conversations about the subject that we're both studying, so I appreciate that. And that's a little bit about me. Let me begin the class by introducing you to some aspects of it that I think you'll find interesting and useful. And to start that, we want to look at the home page of our class website. So this is the front page for our class, and the first thing I want to show you on this page happens along the right side of the page and also down the middle towards the bottom. These are schedules of events and assignments in the class, so that on any given date, you can look at the front page of the class and see what's due next and what you should be doing at that particular time. I think this is very useful in helping you work on your time management skills, which, in my opinion, are vital for any kind of online class, including this one. The next thing I want to show you happens at the top of this page, and it is an announcement. I will be posting an announcement like this one at least once a week as we continue to talk about issues that I see in class, or about grammar issues, or to give examples of subjects from my lectures. To read this announcement completely, you simply click on the title of the announcement, like so, which brings you to a page that looks like this. And once you're here, you can read the announcement at your leisure. Again, I strongly suggest you do read these announcements as I post them. Although I won't necessarily test on their contents, they will have useful information that will help you both as a writer and as a student. Next, I want to point out that as you turn in assignments, I will be giving feedback on those assignments, not just a grade, but also commentary and ways that you can keep improving your work as we continue. To see that feedback, you want to go to the section labeled Grades. So clicking this link will lead you to this page. And as you see on this page are titles of assignments: the Check Your Knowledge quiz, the Student Introduction discussion, and your first assignment. What do you want to learn? To find out more about this assignment, click on the title, which leads you to a page that looks like this. I want you to notice three things on this page. First, right here, there are comments. I will make this kind of comment for every one of your assignment. I will write a few words, a few sentences really, to show you what I saw in the writing and perhaps give you advice on what you can do as you continue. Also, I grade with a rubric, which is a chart that contains a list of criteria of things I want to see in your work and point values that go with it. So to get a good idea of why I gave you any particular grade, you can press this link, Show Rubric, and take a look at the rubric for any assignment. So this assignment asks your paragraph to have a certain form. Clearly it does. To follow a pattern of outline. It does. To stick to that pattern, and it doesn't, so it loses a couple of points right there. And to have sentences that fulfill academic grammatical expectations. Good job, student I made up. Again, that will help you understand why you got any particular grade. Also, there is a link here that says View Feedback, and you can use that link to view the feedback that I put on your actual work. Click in this link, as you see, creates a little bitty copy of the file that you sent. So this is, as it were, a paper containing your work. Notice that I have written on it an annotation in pink. I will use this kind of annotation to suggest more academic ways of phrasing what you have actually written, to look at your grammar, in other words. I also use these kind of highlighted annotations of the kind that you can see here that come over here to this text box to make longer and more complicated comments about what you're saying in your paper. Again, it's as if I'm writing on your actual paper with a pen. And it can very much help you, I think, to look at all this feedback, to see my comments and the rubric and the feedback that I put on your work. And that's an important way for us to communicate. Another way for us to communicate is more nearly in person. So for that, I have arranged what I call a student visiting time. And for this class, that is Thursdays between 1830 and 2000, which means between 6:30 and 8 p.m. Pacific time, because I am on the West Coast. These are Zoom meetings that I will be in and that you can join for extra credit. These are not mandatory meetings. They are to help you communicate with me on a more personal level so that we can have conversations about what's going on in class or about really anything else. To join these meetings, you'll press the link that says CCCD Zoom. This leads you to a page that looks like this, which, as you'll notice, has a list of meetings with their dates and times. To join the meeting on the particular date and time that you want to click this button that says Join. That will take you to the Zoom meeting where you can encounter me and we can discuss whatever you want to. Again, these are not mandatory. It is your choice whether you want to do this or not. Also, again, they do give extra credit points. So in addition to helping you learn the contents of the class, these can also help you with your grade. This might be useful. I also want to point out that we have a writing center in our English department that you can get to by following this link. I will be working in that writing center on Tuesdays between 6 and 7 on the first half of this semester. So if you want to talk to me more personally about what your writing is doing, that is another way to do that. Finally, I'd like to point out these optional grammar refresher modules. I have made modules that don't count for the grade in this class and are, as this says, optional. You don't have to do them if you don't want to. They consist of modules of the kind that you're seeing in the regular class with activities and outcomes. So there are things that you will do and there are things that you will learn by doing those things. Ordinarily, you'll be watching a video, reading a lecture, and completing a couple of quizzes that I have made. Now, these are automated. I won't see the results, but I have included comments for all possible results so that you can look at your results and see advice on what kind of grammar you're creating. Those are the aspects of our class that I want to show you. Again, I want to point out that under this beautiful picture of your professor is my email address. So you can use that at any time. I will respond within 24 to 48 hours as quickly as I possibly can. So that's our class, and this is me. I want to finish this presentation by saying thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank you for enrolling in the class, because there would not be a class at all without you as a student. So thank you for letting me continue to do my job and pay my rent and all the things that an instructor enjoys doing. I want to point out once again that I love to answer questions, so please ask any questions you have. Even if it seems like a stupid question, someone else might have the same question, so you can really help the class and yourself by asking. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for your time and attention.